Hi friends, welcome back to 4F Beauty. I am doing two videos for you today, and this one is actually trying the Revolution's Flawless, I can't even speak, Flawless Foils. Now this is a reformulation. They had some of these before. I had the green one and the gunmetal grey. So it'd be interesting to see how that compares formula wise to the old ones. So if you want to see how I got this look, you're in exactly the right place. Don't go anywhere. Before we start the tutorial, are you going to sing my song with me? You should know it by now. Ready? When will I be YouTube famous? Here comes your tutorial. Hey, welcome back from the intro. Got my foundation and my concealer on already. Today I'm doing a wear test on this Peach Perfect by Too Faced, which is a comfort matte. So it's like a satin matte. It's not matte, but it's not dewy, so it'd be interesting to see how that copes on my skin. And I'm using a Tati Made Me Buy It Catrice Liquid Camouflage Waterproof Concealer in Porcelain, because that again has a slightly more dewy finish rather than a completely matte one. I'm now going to go in with my Makeup Rev Loose powder just to set this before it starts creasing too much. So how's your day been so far? Not sure what time of day you're watching me or whereabouts in the world you are, but I hope your day's going okay, or gone okay, or whatever. I've got a new eyeshadow from Makeup Rev to try today. I had some of their old foiled eyeshadows. I got the green one and the gunmetal grey one, but they've now relaunched them as these Flawless Foils, and I've got shade Unicorn Foil. So I should be giving that a go. See what I think of it, whether I like the new formula or whether I preferred the original. Those are available on Tam Beauty. I'm not sure if they've gone to Superdrug yet, but I know I got mine from Tam Beauty. I think it's about £5. I got it in with some other bits and pieces, some early birthday presents for my eldest goddaughter, Caitlin, after she watched the video that I did for her. Okay, I'm now going to go in with my Travel Kabuki from Real Techniques and just press the powder into my nose, because as you all know from previous videos, I've got oily combo skin and my nose really is the place that foundation breaks down on first. So to give any foundation a fighting chance, I do need to powder it well. Then I just dust any excess on the brush across my eyes again, and then go in with my big fluffy brush to set the rest of my face. I've just tapped that powder into the lid of an old e.l.f. loose powder tub. I'm safe getting it everywhere. It's useful then because if you tap out too much, you can just tap the excess into the actual tub itself, so you don't waste any. Always frugal. Makeup's not the cheapest of things in the world to buy, so once I've stippled on to set, I don't mind sweeping across like this, but initially I do prefer to stipple because I don't want to dislodge the foundation I spent so long sorting out. I say so long, it didn't take long at all. I'm going to go with another Revolution product now. This is from their Renaissance line, Renaissance Glow, and it's basically a copy of the Charlotte Tilbury, where you've got a very cool bronzer one side and a highlight the other. Now, to be perfectly honest, this bronzer is more of a contour for me, but using a nice fluffy brush, I will go in and just show you how this looks. It's particularly nice if you are very, very cool toned, because it really is a very, very taupey bronzer. So you don't get any hint of orange at all, which can be a problem with some bronzers when you're as pale as I am and as cool toned as I am. But you can see that goes on really nicely. As I said, I could use it as a contour. I just don't tend to contour because I've got quite high cheekbones anyway. I have been asked if I'll do a video explaining the difference between contour and bronzing and where you put them, so I'll get onto that as soon as I can. But I've got quite a list of different things from different people that they want me to do, which is nice. I like getting feedback from people asking for different videos. That makes me very happy. So that's my bronzer brush. Can't speak today. And a slightly more tapered one to do the blush with. I'm going to go with my Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink, which again I pick up from Amazon. They call it pink, but to me it's really a beautiful soft apricot, and it really is just nice for, for very fair. It really gives you a nice, healthy but natural glow to your cheeks without looking overdone. You can see that it doesn't take long at all. Now I'll zoom you in a little bit because I'm going to do the eyebrows. As always, clean spoolie, just to brush any excess powder out of them or foundation out of them, and try and get them into the shape that I want, because I do tend to get errant ones that stick out all over the place. And I'm going to go in with my Essence pomade pencil, which I'm nearly at the end of this one now. Look how little I've actually got left, but I might just about get one more lot of eyebrows out of that. I just follow. No, I'm really not going to get any more out of that. So that can go into my empties. However, fortunately, being the good Girl Scout that I was, well, I was a brownie, I never got as far as Girl Scouts, I've got a backup ready. Same colour, dark brown, I've just got more. So I just follow the shape of my brow. And then underneath. And then using very light strokes, just fill it in a little bit. I did that thing in the 90s of the super skinny over plucked eyebrows. I had beautiful eyebrows in the 80s. What was I thinking? But they're getting there now. I'm getting back to the strong brow posse. Are you part of my strong brow posse? Drop me a line below if you've got nice strong brows too. I did try the old Instagram brow look last year. If you ever look back through my Instagram, you'll be able to see. Good Lord, I mean, I can't believe I went out of the house looking like that. I had looked like someone had attacked me with a Sharpie in the morning. But we all do it, don't we? We all try a new trend, think, oh, that looks really good, and then you look back in a few months' time and you go, oh Lord, what was I thinking? Just brushing it through with a little brush at the other end. Where it's a pomade pencil, it is quite, it's softer than a normal pencil, so you can push it around a little bit more, which is good. And then my Benefit Ready Set Brow, which they've renamed. I believe it's brow setting gel or something. But as I always say, you don't have to use the expensive Benefit. This was a freebie on a copy of Cosmo that I got. You can use any clear brow gel or clear mascara or hairspray on a clean spoolie. Push comes to shove, you can put a little bit of hair gel on a spoolie and brush it through if you really need to. Right, so that's the basics done. I'm going to go in with one of my favourite Revolution. This is probably my favourite Revolution palette, this one. This is the Iconic Reloaded, and it really is, it's basically the dupe of the Subculture palette. I've got my colour switch for changing colours. I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush to start with, and I'll annotate up on the screen, probably up here somewhere for you, which colours I'm using. So I'm going to go in with this nice taupe to start with, and just sweep backwards and forwards. Now, when I look straight ahead, you can see all of my mobile lids, so I don't have a hooded lid. If you don't see that, then you have either a half or a full hooded lid. You can still follow this tutorial. All you need to do is, with your eye open, get a pencil brush and just sketch out where you would need your crease to be. I can just follow my eyeball, so my transition on my crease shade starts here. Yours will just need to start up here. You can still follow exactly the same tutorial. So we start off windscreen wiper movements, side by side, like this, and then holding the brush as far up the end as we can, so we put as little pressure on our eyes as possible. Little circular movements, just to blend that colour out and up towards our brows. Remember, it's much easier to put too little on and have to add than it is to try and take off when you put too much on. And you can see I've not even gone back into that same colour yet. This is still from the first pick up. So you can see how pigmented this palette is. And unlike Subculture, it doesn't have huge fallout issues, thankfully. I'll bring you in a little bit more. There we go. Do the same with this eye. So windscreen wiper first across the top of the eyeball or wherever your crease needs to start, and then little circular movements backwards and forwards, and slowly, slowly blending it up the eye towards the brows. I normally stop about 4 or 5 mils below the top of my brow. I'll add a wee bit more to my brush this side. The trick with blending is to do it until your hand feels like it's going to fall off, and then just blend a little bit more. You can have the issue sometimes that with some cheaper palettes, I've bought some off of Wish in the past, and you try and blend two colours together and they go muddy, but you don't get that with this Revolution palette. The colours do stay very true, so you can get a very, very good blend on them. Okay. Still using that same big fluffy brush. I'm going to go into the milk chocolate brown just below the taupe, and I'm going to pop that through the crease just to warm things up a little bit. And again, blend it out and up, but I'm not going to go as far this time. I'm not going to take it right to the top of the taupe because I still want a little bit of that cool taupe to be seen. It's about as high up as I want to go with it, really. So I'm going to take any excess colour off of my brush. So I'm now not adding any more colour in. And just gently buff in short movements to blend those two colours together seamlessly. See the difference between the two eyes there? Just gives that little bit of extra definition. So now we're going to do the same with this eye. Through our crease, and then little circular movements to blend it. By doing circular movements, if you've got the issue like I have of crinkly eyelids, either because of age or because, well, mine's partly age and mine's partly because I've lost about 9 stone in the last sort of 6 or 7 years. So, you know, if you've had a lot of weight loss, that combined with getting older will give you the crinkly lids. By doing circular movements like that, you tend to manage to cover everywhere, because if you don't get it on the way across, you get it on the way back. And then when we take all the colour off of the brush and we're just doing these really light movements just to blend them together, again, the reason we're doing it in short movements like this is so that we don't get any gaps where the skin has folded. This is something that people like Tati and Jeffrey are either not old enough to have experienced yet, or maybe they have Botox or something, I don't know. Alright. I've gone a little bit heavy on this eye actually, so I might just run my finger across just to take off some of the excess. Yes, I think that's better. Right, now I'm going to go into a slightly more tapered brush, and I'm going to go into this colour on the bottom, which it looks brown, but I think it's got some red in it as well. I'm just going to stick it in the corner, give it a waggle, and go about 2/3 of the way along the lid. And about 1/3 of the way along the lash line, and just colour that corner in. And then little circular movements, but only along the crease. We're not taking it up at all this time. We're concentrating this darker colour just here. Okay. And repeat. We waggle on the top lid and we wiggle on the bottom one. So we waggle about 2/3 of the way along our crease. Then about 1/3 of the way along our lash line. colour the corner in, and then we'll have just a little bit of blending, circular movements just along that crease line, not taking it up any higher, because we just want to make this outer corner a little bit more dramatic. I don't know if you can hear that, it's my neighbours being noisy as always. I swear I've got no idea what they get up to next door. All kinds of noises coming out from there. So like all the pack rats at the moment. Right, using this flat brush, I'm going to go into one of these really nice greens, I think. And just put that right along, about 2/3 of the way, I think, but right up under the lash line. Same this side. Give it a wiggle on your bottom lashes. Get it right up there. And just go about 2/3 of the way along. And then going in with the brush this sort of shape. I'm going to pick up this sort of neutral creamy colour, tap off, and just use that to gently smudge and smoke that green out a little bit, just to soften it a little bit, so it's not such a harsh line under our eyes. Okay. Right. Just going to zoom you back out a minute, because now it's time to have a look at this. Now this comes with the little pot of shadow, and it comes with a bottle of intensifying primer. Now this is different from before, because last time it used to come with a little tray, and you used to put some of the liquid on and just dip your brush in it as a way of moistening the brush to intensifying the colour of this. So I'm going to try it without that primer and just see how it looks. So this is the, as I said, I've gone for unicorn foil. You can see I've been really good, look, I haven't swatched it or anything. So let's give that, oh, it feels super soft. I mean, look, you can see it's almost like a cream. Don't know if you can see that very well. There we go. So it's quite reflective, as you can see. Very glittery. Very glittery. Right, so let's zoom back in. And using a concealer brush, I'm going to go in with a bit of the Revolution Conceal and Define in C1. I'm just going to cut the crease out. Trumps on it again. Right, so what we do is we lay the concealer where we want our cut crease to be. I'll do that on both eyes. So much easier where I can shut this eye. But being blind in it, if I shut the other eye, I really wouldn't be able to see what I was doing. So you can see what we're doing with the concealer. This is very similar to what I did with my smoky eye and half cut crease look, one of my earlier videos. But the colour I was laying down, I might do a full cut crease actually and take it all the way across. The colour I was using that time was so opaque I didn't need to do concealer first. I could just lay it straight on top of my lid. But this one, although it's shiny, it's quite glittery, so I'm not sure if it would have the opacity if I didn't do this to actually show up. Just going to clean the concealer off my brush, because as you know I always clean any creams and liquids off of my brushes with my face wipe as soon as I've finished using them, just because it makes it easier to clean them when it's time to do the deep clean. Now I'm going to go back in with that rounded brush, similar shape to a concealer brush but it's just slightly thicker. I'm going to try and pick up some of this shadow. Okay, this does not like picking up on a brush, look. Maybe if I wet the brush with setting spray, that might help. What do we think? Look at the state of this when I'm trying to pick it up on the... Well, I suppose I could try and do it with my finger, but the problem I get there is where I've got these nails on, it's not very easy to do this accurately, so I end up doing that. Yeah, I don't like doing that with my finger at all. I really don't like the texture of this. It is honestly just a cream. It's not as firm as the Colourpop Super Shock or the previous incarnation of these. They were a lot firmer. This is like pushing semolina pudding around, look. The thing is, I don't want to have to use that primer because there's not a lot in that bottle. So you're going to get to the stage where once you've used all the bottle up, you're either going to have to try and buy some more, which I can't see it sold separately anywhere, or use the eyeshadow without it, which is what I'm making a bit of a hash of doing now, actually. See, I told you I was no expert. Well, it's kind of on. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and do some liner and mascara. I'll be right back. I'm back. I used the 17 Tattoo Me liner and Tarte's Lights Camera Splashes, which is their waterproof mascara. Right, so for lips today, I'm going in with an LA Splash. If I can get it out of the blasted box. Just open it from the bottom end, it's much easier. And it's one of their classic horrors, and it's The Mummy. It's got the same thing on the lid, look. Classic horror, nice frosted glass. They do have a bit of a weird shaped doe foot. Let's zoom you in. They smell really sweet. Like vanilla frosting on a cupcake. Now, if you don't have a very defined Cupid's bow, or you're not sure how to put these on with a doe foot, this is how you do it. You hold your doe foot at a 45-degree angle, and do a line Cupid's bow outside, same angle. Turn it 45 the other way, repeat Cupid's bow outside of the lips, same angle. You then get an M. Not sure how well you can see it actually. This is definitely on my lips but better colour. And then you just turn your doe foot upside down, go from the corner of your mouth to the line you've made. And just colour it in. It's really that simple. You can see it's a really lovely, cool toned taupe, which for me is ideal. Oh, wrong way. I was getting so good at putting you the right way. Right, okay, I am going to take my hair down. I'll be right back. I'm back. And now it is time for setting spray. I'm going to go with my I Heart Makeup one and liberally douse the face. as we all know, I like my makeup to stay put. Right, so there we go. The only thing I don't like so far about this Makeup Rev foiled ones, look how it's transferred up above the cut crease area. That's really annoying. I mean, thankfully I don't actually have anywhere I need to be today. I'm just going to be editing some videos, but that has annoyed me because if I was going out, I would now have to take all of that off and start again. It could be my error in application. Obviously, it's the first time I've tried it, but I'll give it another go, another day, and see if it does it again. But if it does, then I'd definitely prefer the old style. That really has transferred an awful lot up onto my upper lids. Anyway, here's today's look. Cut crease with the Makeup Rev Flawless Foils. Flawless. I think we both know what my thoughts are on that score. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, perhaps you'd like to click the like button, and why not subscribe? It's free, it costs you nothing to subscribe. Click the little bell notification, then you'll get told every time I upload a new video. Alright, take care. Bye for now. Just wanted to come on very, very quickly just to show you. It's now 10:30, so I did my eyes about probably 9.5 hours ago. It's just after 1 when I'd finished. And you can see the transfer here, but you can also see how it's settled into the crease line here, and it's really split on the lid themselves. You know, it's really sort of settled into here, and have to be honest, I will give it a try using that intensifying primer to see if that'll stop it from doing that. If it doesn't, I really wouldn't recommend these. Not for any significant length of time. They may be okay for a few hours, maybe if you're on a night out, but not for any length of time. Not when you look at the splitting. Look, you can see it really is just. It's almost rubbed completely off there and then settled just in a thick line here instead. So, yeah. Sadly, the new formula, nowhere near as good as the old one. Just wanted to sneak on and give you that little last minute advice. See you soon. Bye.